Most coaching businesses don't have a lead problem, they have a leak problem. You're getting views, clicks, maybe even DMs, but somehow sales stay flat and it feels like you have to work harder every single week just to keep things moving. And here's the frustrating part. The more effort you put in, the more stuck you feel. Because now you're not just creating content, you're replying to messages, chasing leads, following up, trying to keep everything alive. And if you stop, everything slows down. That's the trap. Your business becomes completely dependent on you being on all the time. And the reality is, if that doesn't change, growth caps out. Not because your offer isn't good, but because you become the bottleneck. Your business can only grow as much as you do. And if you're always in sprint mode, constantly working, constantly reacting, you don't get better. You just get tired. So instead of building something that scales, you stay stuck maintaining something that barely holds together. Now in this video, I'll show you how to build a simple 3-layer system that brings in leads every single day, where most coaching businesses are quietly losing sales inside their funnel without even realizing it, and how to use AI follow-up to turn more of your existing leads into book calls without you being stuck in your DMs every single day. I had a client who was doing good, everything right, at least on the surface. Big following, posting consistently, even doubled his content output. And naturally, he expected sales to go up, but they didn't. In fact, they stayed almost exactly the same. And when we looked under the hood, the problem wasn't traffic. It was that his entire system was leaking. People would click but not opt in. They would opt in but not book. They would book but not even show up. It was like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. And the more content he created, the more water he lost. And this is where most coaching businesses get it wrong. They try to fix the problem by doing more at the top, more content, more posts, more effort to get seen, but that's not the real issue. Because your business doesn't grow from attention. It grows from the conversions. So let's simplify this. Every coaching business that scales without burning out is built on a very simple system. 3 layers: traffic, conversions, and follow-up. Or more specifically, ads or content, funnel, and AI follow-up. That's it. Not 15 tools, not 10 different strategies, just these 3 layers working together. And here's the key. If one of them is weak, the entire system underperforms. You don't feel it immediately, but over time it compounds. Small leaks turn into big losses. Now, the biggest mistake, most people obsess over the first layer and completely ignore the rest. Let's start here. This is where most people spend all their time. Posting, creating, trying to get the attention. And look, attention matters, but only if it leads somewhere. Because views don't pay out, likes don't pay out, even leads don't pay out. Qualified conversation does. That's the shift. Most coaches are optimizing for visibility when they should be optimizing for who actually books a call. And this is where things start to break. Because if your ads or content are bringing in the wrong people or the right people, but with the wrong expectations, everything downstream suffers. More clicks but low intent, more leads but no booking, more effort but no growth. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Ad platform actually gets smarter when you feed them the right signals. Not clicks, not cheap leads, but real outcomes. Like book calls, attend to calls, and actual clients. And when you shift your focus to that, everything changes. Your ads don't just bring traffic, they start bringing the right people. But even if you fix that, even if you start getting high quality people clicking, most of them still won't convert. And that's where the second layer comes in. This is the part most people think they've built, but it's usually where the biggest leak are hidden. Because getting someone to click is one thing. Getting them to actually commit is something completely different. And that's what your funnel is supposed to do. Not just explaining what you do, not just look nice, but move someone from interest to action. Now here's a mistake. Most funnels are built like information pages. Long explanation, too many options, too much friction. And what happens? People hesitate, they overthink, and they leave. You see, your funnel isn't supposed to convince everyone. It's supposed to make it easy for the right person to take the next step. That's it. And there's a simple way to know if this layer is broken. You're getting clicks, but barely anyone opts in, or they opt in but don't book. That's a leak. And most of the time, it comes down to 3 main things. Your message doesn't match what they clicked on, your page makes them think too much, or your process creates unnecessary friction. Even small things, extra fields, slow load time, unclear next steps, like they quietly kill conversion. And here's the part almost no one does. They treat the opt-in like it's the finishing line. And it's not. The real goal is the book call. That means the moment someone opts in, you don't say, check your inbox. You give them the next step immediately. Pick a time now while this is still fresh. Because the longer you wait, the colder they get. And that brings us to the most overlooked and most powerful layer. This is where most of the money is made. Or lost. Let's be honest, how fast are you actually replying to leads? 10 minutes? An hour? Later that day? Or worse, the next day? By then, it's over. The moment of intent when they were curious, it's gone. Not because they weren't a good fit, but because your system didn't catch them in the right time. And this is where everything shifts, because the goal isn't just to follow up, it's to follow up instantly. The moment someone opts in, send a message, show interest, they should hear back immediately. Not with a generic response, but with something that moves them forward. And this is exactly where AI becomes a force multiplier. Not as some cool tool, but as the layer that protects you from leads while they're still warm. It acknowledges them right away, asks a simple question, guides them toward booking, remind them before the call, and even follow up if they don't show up. All automatically. So instead of you chasing conversation all day long, the system handles it. And what happens? More replies, more bookings, higher show rate, without you being glued to your phone. And here's the crazy part. Most businesses don't have a traffic problem. They just don't have this layer. So now, you can see the real problem. It's not that you need more leads, it's that you're losing the ones you already have. And most people never see this because they keep trying to fix the top of the system. More traffic, more content, more effort. But if the system underneath is broken, all you're doing is pouring more into something that cannot hold. You don't need more leads. You need fewer leaks. Here's what happened when you fix this the right way. You build all three layers together. Your ads or content bring in the right people, your funnel turns that interest into action, and your AI follow-up captures that intent before it disappears. And when these three works together, something really powerful happens. You stop relying on effort and start relying on process. Instead of chasing leads, leads move towards you. Instead of manually replying all day, conversations are already started for you. And instead of guessing what's broken, you can clearly see where to optimize. And the best part, you don't need more time. You just need a better system, because small improvements across these three layers compounds. 10% better on ads, 10% better on the funnel, and 10% better on follow-ups. Doesn't give you a 30% better result. It multiplies. That's how you go from inconsistent sales to predictable growth. But there's one last shift you have to make. And this is where most people get stuck. You have to stop holding on everything. I get it. Right now, you're involved in every part of your business. You're the one replying, you're the one following up, you're the one making sure nothing breaks. And there's this fear that if you let go, things will fall and break apart. But here's the truth. If your system only works when you're involved, you're not a system. And it's not a system, it's a job. And as long as you stay there, growth will always feel heavy. Because every new lead, every new opportunity creates more work for you, not more leverage. The goal isn't to work harder inside your business, it's to build something that works without you. That's how you actually scale. That's how you get your time back. And that's how you grow without burning out. If you want to see how this actually looks in a real business, where the leaks are happening, what's breaking behind the scenes, and how these small issues silently kill your conversions, then you need to watch the next video. I gave Claude AI full access to a marketing system, and what it found shocked me. It uncovered the exact gaps across ads, funnel, and follow-up that were costing real sales every single day. And once you see it, you won't look at your own system the same way again. Click right here and watch that video.